Did you know that up to half of the world's population might be suffering from a vitamin D deficiency, even in sunny countries? This may sound surprising, but it's a reflection of our modern lifestyle, where we spend more time indoors, shielded from the sun, and disconnected from one of the most natural sources of this vital vitamin. Vitamin D isn't just about strong bones, as many people believe. This nutrient, which actually functions as a hormone in the body, plays crucial roles in over 1,000 biological processes, including immune system regulation, heart protection, mental health, preventing autoimmune diseases, and even reducing cancer risk. When levels are low, the effects can be devastating. Serious diseases may develop silently, often without showing signs until the condition becomes irreversible. Today, you'll discover why vitamin D deficiency is such a common and serious problem, how this deficiency impacts your health, and most importantly, how to ensure your levels are optimal. Stay tuned, because this information could transform your life and the lives of your loved ones. Vitamin D is known as the sunshine vitamin because our bodies naturally produce it when the skin is exposed to ultraviolet B, UVB, rays. The problem is that this natural production is increasingly limited in today's world. Frequent use of sunscreen, essential for preventing skin cancer, also blocks UVB rays and consequently the synthesis of vitamin D. Moreover, spending time indoors, wearing clothing that covers much of the body, and pollution in large cities further decrease sun exposure. Even in a tropical country where the sun shines almost year-round, a significant portion of the population is estimated to have low vitamin D levels. For instance, people with darker skin need more sun exposure to produce the same amount of vitamin D as those with lighter skin. As we age, the skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D also decreases, explaining why older adults are among the most affected groups. But the impact of vitamin D deficiency goes far beyond bone health. Let's start with the immune system. This nutrient is essential for activating the body's defense cells, such as T lymphocytes and macrophages. Without sufficient vitamin D, these cells don't function properly, leaving you more vulnerable to infections, from colds and flu to more severe illnesses. Studies show that people with vitamin D deficiency have a higher risk of severe complications from viral infections, such as pneumonia, and even more severe cases of COVID-19. Vitamin D deficiency is also closely linked to the development of autoimmune diseases. These conditions occur when the immune system attacks the body itself, as seen in multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and type 1 diabetes. Vitamin D plays a regulatory role in the immune response, helping to prevent this self-aggression. Studies show that maintaining adequate vitamin D levels can reduce the risk of these diseases by up to 50%. Another concerning impact is the relationship between vitamin D and cancer. Research has shown that low levels of this vitamin are associated with a significantly increased risk of several types of cancer, including breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer. This happens because vitamin D regulates cell proliferation, preventing defective cells from multiplying uncontrollably, the first step in tumor formation. Additionally, it helps stabilize DNA, reducing the chances of mutations that can lead to cancer. Mental health also doesn't escape the effects of this deficiency. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in the production of serotonin, the happiness hormone. It's no surprise that low levels of this nutrient are linked to depression and anxiety. Studies also show that vitamin D deficiency can worsen neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, as it is essential for forming new brain connections and protecting nervous tissue. And what about the heart? Yes, the heart also relies on vitamin D to function properly. A lack of this nutrient is associated with an increased risk of hypertension, heart failure, and even heart attacks. This occurs because vitamin D helps regulate blood pressure and reduces inflammation in blood vessels, protecting cardiovascular health. But how can you know if you're deficient in vitamin D? Symptoms may be silent or mistaken for other conditions. Persistent fatigue, muscle pain, weakness, hair loss, and mood changes are common signs. To be sure, it's best to get a blood test measuring 25-hydroxyvitamin D levels, the metabolite used as a reference. Levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter indicate deficiency, while the ideal range is between 40 and 60 per milliliter. If your levels are low, don't worry. There are simple and effective ways to correct this. Sun exposure remains the most natural way to boost vitamin D levels, but it's important to do this correctly. Expose larger areas of your body, such as arms and legs, to direct sunlight without sunscreen for at least 15 to 30 minutes a day, preferably between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Diet can also help, though it's not sufficient on its own. Foods rich in vitamin D are limited. Fatty fish like salmon, tuna, and sardines top the list, followed by irradiated mushrooms and cod liver oil. Some fortified foods like milk and cereals can also contribute, but in small amounts. For this reason, supplementation is often necessary, especially for people with severe deficiencies, or those who cannot get enough vitamin D from the sun and diet. The ideal dosage varies from person to person. For many, 2,000 to 5,000 IU per day is adequate, but more severe cases may require higher doses, always under medical supervision. However, a word of caution: excessive vitamin D can also be harmful. Although rare, it can cause toxicity, leading to elevated calcium levels in the blood, which can result in nausea, weakness, kidney stones, and, in severe cases, organ damage. Vitamin D is one of the fundamental pillars of our health. Its deficiency may be silent, but its impacts are profound and can lead to the development of serious diseases. The good news is that with simple measures, like sun exposure, dietary adjustments, and proper supplementation, you can ensure your vitamin D levels remain optimal. Now that you understand the importance of this nutrient, it's time to act. Schedule a blood test to check your levels, review your sun exposure routine, and consider consulting a doctor to discuss supplementation needs. Remember, prevention is always the best path to a long and healthy life. If this content was helpful, like, share, and help more people take care of their health. Information saves lives. See you in the next video.